So for example, if I got to talking about stocks and bonds right now,
Right.
I would probably lose the majority of our listeners. Possibly, I'll lose some. We may lose some.
You underestimate the listeners, Mr. Breezy. They're very savvy.
It'll. I'm just saying, some it may be over their head. I'm not. I'm not by any means a stock and bond expert. I'm just saying that, there are people out there that is, and even just because you have a 401k with your, with your employer, doesn't mean that they're making the best investments for you, through that. You may need to seek services of another, of a company that deals specifically in that, and discuss what your long-term goals and what your short-term goals are. Now, these are things. It does not focus, or shall I say, strictly focus on just finances. These are things that we can do, in other areas of our life also. Okay, setting long and short-term goals. When you make investments, as I found out today, that there is a difference between investing and trading.
Yes.
Investing in something is you put some money up, and you're not looking for a quick, if you will, turn around or come up.
Quick return.
Okay. This is something that's gonna sit and it's gonna build, it's gonna work for you. And where trading, is more of, it's higher risk. You have greater, chance of losing, just like you have greater chance of winning. But you're not. It's not a long-term deal. It's like, okay, I'm getting this now, and I'm looking to flip this, as quickly as possible.
Right.
Okay. So, but what I'm thinking, culture differences, and a lot, some of this stuff, is the fact that we don't understand things, and we look at. We may look at the other a Caucasian person, and say, okay, well, they got the game and gone with it. Well, the game is open for anybody who's willing to, put themselves in it. Now, I understand, some of us are living check to check, struggling, trying to make ends meet, so let alone talking about investment. But if you start, you just write down all your bills and your expenses, and then start, when you actually see it on paper. This actually works, because I tried it. And to see where you can cut back, the things that, that you need versus the things that you want. And, for example, okay, someone would say that, hey, I need cable.
No, you want cable.
You'll never own cable. You'll never own cable. Okay? So let's just say your cable bill is $100 a month. Well, over a year's time, you've squandered off $1,200, give or take, on something that you never owned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Our utilities, of course, we'll never own those, but we have to have them. But, do we have to have the latest, cell phone? Do we have to have the latest TV? Our vehicles, do we have to have the latest car every time we make a move? Do we have to borrow?
Yes, because the commercials tell us we need to. Advertisement tells us we need to.
Right, but the thing about it is, when we talk about, if we talk about building, and whatnot, building communities, first of all, you have to start with a person's belief. You have to get into the psyche, of the individual, and then the individual has to have, what do you call it? The ability to be responsible and make the necessary sacrifices.
Self-sufficient, discipline.
To be disciplined in order to achieve whatever, that said objective is. Instead of eating out every day, twice a day, some of us, we got busy schedules. We'll grab something for breakfast on the way to work. We'll eat lunch at work. And then when we get off, we don't feel like cooking, so we'll grab something else. You could very well, especially if you got a family. I mean, you could very well, if you're eating out, you could probably be spending at least $100 a day.
Let me tell you something. I went to Popeyes the other day, all right? Mm-hmm. Got a family box of chicken. I think it was like 12 pieces or something like that with 2 sides. Man, that lady said $28. I'm like, for what? She said, excuse me? I said, for what? She said, you order 12 piece with 2 large sides and a pepper. I said, for $28? I said, it's Popeyes, not Papados. Drive around to the front, sir. You play too much. So,
really?
You're right though, man. It can get expensive though. It does get expensive. But I like how you pointed out the fact though, if you just really start adding that stuff up, because sometimes I don't think we really think about how we spend, and if you just start adding it up and just start putting it away, even with like spare change, right? Like if I have like spare change, I just throw it to the side. Then all of a sudden, you just put it in a cup or a jar. You look up within 6 months to a year, you got quite a few bucks sitting there, but just by just throwing your loose change to the side.
Man, I've done that also, and I did that for a whole year once, and I had one of those what you call those water bottles, if you will. Whether it's Ozark or whoever, that deliver stuff. But anyway, I just, just through change, and collect, and count. But anyway, I did that for like 11 and a half months. So I took the coins, and I got them counted out, and guess how much money I ended up with out of just coins?
$131.26.
No, good guess. Good guess.
I thought it was a game show. My bad.
I had over $1,000.
Wow! By just putting it to the side
and just change, just put it to the side. Some days is more change than others, but just change. I mean, it's just little things, that we can do.
Practical
I would like. I would like to see. I hear the hurt. I hear it, I see it, but
it's real.
until your mentality and the way you look at your finances, the way you look at your life, until that changes, for some it may have to be, dramatically, and for some it may just need to be tweaked a little bit. But until we do that, you're going to continue to hurt, no matter who your president is, no matter if it's a Democrat or a Republican. Because if you're given a $5,000 allowance a month, okay,
yeah,
you're getting $5,000 a month. Now,
$5,000.
Now there are some people that's not making $5,000 a month,
right?
Okay. And there are some people that's making more than $5,000 a month. But regardless, you get $5,000, get you a $5,000 a month allowance, and you spent that in 1 week. Okay.
You got 3 weeks of the blues.
Now you got 3 weeks left. Now, is it my fault that I didn't give you enough money, or is it your fault that you were not responsible enough, or you didn't handle your business better?
Yep.
Who's responsible?
The individual.
Okay.
But we blame a lot nowadays.
If I gave you $10,000 a month.
Oh boy. $10,000.
Okay? Right. Now there are some people that you break that down, that's about $120,000 a year. Okay?
It's not a bad way to live.
If I'm giving you that, okay, and you spend that up in a week, I mean, it don't take long to spend $5,000, $10,000. It doesn't take long to spend money. It doesn't take near enough time for you to spend the money than it does for you to make the money.
Oh no! What did they say? Easy come, easy go, but it don't really come easy.
No. It ain't no easy come. No. but it goes easy. It goes real fast.
Very easy.
But the point that I'm trying to make, it doesn't matter, if you don't think the rich paying their fair share, whatever. No, I mean, it doesn't matter how much you're given. It'll never be enough if you're not responsible with what you get.
Very true. There's a saying that I say all the time. Best way to get out of the hole, put the shovel down and quit digging. It's the best way. Because you're not steady digging yourself deep, because you have to stop somewhere. So we have to have some stopping sense at one point and say, you know what, enough is enough. I don't need any more of this stuff. But we have this ultra consumeristic society. I don't know if that's a word or not, but it is now. Tonight, I have coined the word consumeristic on Think About It Radio. We have a consumeristic society.
Mm-hmm.
So every time you look around, you want buy, get, because you've been told you should be dissatisfied with the stuff you have. We don't have the discipline or the patience to wait, because we want to look good. We want to floss. We want to do this. We want to kind of show off our money. But we have other races that they don't really show off their money. They have their money pretty much in other little things. And so people have their different reasons why that is, why people buy flashy stuff or buy expensive stuff. Some say it's security issues. Some say it's just because if you spend it, I guess spend it if you got it. So everybody has a different reasoning. But if you ever said, I'm broke, after you get paid, if you've ever said, I'm check to check, if you've ever said, I have to do better, why not start today?
Right.
With a little bit of discipline, with a little bit of, again, your habits have to change, and then the results will change. And once you start seeing the results, you'll start doing more, like exercising and eating right. Once you start seeing the results of that, you'll be like, oh, man, forget of fattening this or fattening that. I'm going to eat this because I see the results, and you know what works for you. One size doesn't fit all. Everybody's formula doesn't work. But at the end of the day, if you spend, this is the formula that works everybody. Spend less than what you make.
Right. Yeah.
You'll be fine.
By any means, if you have to.
By any means.
If you're changing your lifestyle up. I mean, I'm not. All I'm doing, I'm just, the opinion expressed and Think About It Radio.
Oh yeah, this is not a beat down.
That's us.
No, we lift up.
You can do it. Your household, your funds, however you want to do it. But all I'm saying is that until, no matter how much money you get, if you're not responsible with it, for example, okay, there are people that have won the lottery. They actually have a show about this. When people have won the lottery, mega millions or whatever, multiple $1 million, okay, and in 6 months broke, in a year to 2 years broke, playing the lottery, hoping to win it again.
Gambling.
So it doesn't, it doesn't matter how much you get, it's what you do with what you got. And I like to reference to the spiritual aspect of it. If you're not what's the word? I just drew a blank. But anyway, if you're not going to change up the way you think about money, okay, then expect the same results that you're getting or you're experiencing now, no matter who's in office.
Oh, definitely. Period. That doesn't matter. It's all about personal accountability. What can you do? What will you do? What you have?
What I'm looking at and what I'm pushing, what I will be pushing, any conversations that anyone would love, to have with me is going to be about building, our vision, our drive, and it's going to be about building, just like with you, the same thing, building and drive and building. But we can't keep doing things the same way, expecting a different result. That is the definition of insanity. It's just what it is. Now we have to change some things up. We have to be willing to make sacrifices. Sometimes you're gonna have to say no.
Yes.
And sometimes you ain't gonna have no choice but to say yeah. I was spending some money on some rental furniture. This was years